Alrighty. I want to do inequality this time. So I'm just going to go ahead and go in. All right, so right here we have inequalities here. And I don't see where I would have my script calculator and MathPad. And even now I don't need Wolfram Alpha. So let me go back into inequalities here. So it says insert a less than, that would be like -6 is less than 8, or a greater than, that would be like a -6 is greater than 8, or an equal sign, a -6 is equal to 8. Now all of these are true or false statements. This is like, is it true? Is it false? So what makes the statement true? Well, let me see if I can go here, cancel, clear that out, say -6 is less than 8. So I put that in, and then I can, of course, send that right over to Wolfram Alpha if I wanted to. And you'll see that the result is true, okay? The difference between them is a -14. So that's instructive, you know, and we could do it like that, but what if so I'll put it's less than here. So it's saying that it's true, fantastic. So what if I did the following? Then I just say cancel and just say greater than 8. And let's see what Wolfram says. False. So it's not only that, you know, we recognize it as false, but we also recognize, Wolfram recognizes it as false. So what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to pull this over and let's see. So it says plot the points in the set on a real number line. Plot the point with coordinate 0. Plot the point with a coordinate 0. So right now that's plotted. The tick spacing on the number is 0.5 or 1/2. So I'm going to say that this is already set. So I'm going to check answer. Fantastic. Then it should give me another one. So 6/6 is identical to 1. So I'm just going to pull that over to 1. Check. Excellent. And then we have a -1.5. So -1.5, we know that that's going to the left. So here is 1. And then I can go on over to 2, but it's really right here. So we have a -1.5. And let me see what else is here. We have plot the point with coordinate -1. Bam. Okay. And then plot the point with a coordinate 5/2. So this is like 5/2. If I did 5/2, like 1/2, 2/2, 3/2, 4/2, 5/2, it's 2.5. Never did it like that before, but you can also say 2, you know, at 0.5. You can also divide 2 into 5. You'll get 2, and then you'll have 1 left over, which is 2 1/2. Check answer. All right, that was it. So now it says list the given numbers in order from the least to the greatest. So these pipes that are next to the -3 over -3, the -3 and 3/4, that is going to end up being positive. And the pipes around the -1.8, that's going to end up being positive. We call that the absolute value. So we're going to take the very lowest number, and the very lowest number is the one that's furthest or farthest to the left. So that's going to be a -13.9. So -13.9 is first. So everything else I can eliminate except the -13.9. That's A and C. And the next one is going to be a -4.8. So you'll see that they have a -4.8 for both of those. And then the very next one is going to be 0. So you have 0, but then they have that absolute value of a -3 over and 3/4. Yeah, it's going to be A. I could actually stop right there. Okay, so there were no other combinations. Cool beans. So now this one is, after 6 seconds, the pressure on a valve is less than 51 pounds per square inch. We've talked about that square inch before, or, you know, having something to to a power of 2, and that's what we call square. If it was to a power of 3, we would call it cubic, or a cube. So this is PSI. So if you ever look on your tires, they say you can put in 40 PSI. That's your max, and 35 PSI is your norm, or whatever it is. So using T to represent time and P to represent pressure, this statement can be written as, for T greater than 6 seconds, P is less than 51 pounds per square inch. That's what they're saying. In this way, write the statement: when the current I in a circuit is less than 5 amps, the resistance is greater than 16 amps. So I better put current and resistance, and then I better put 16. And then I'll just check the answer. Good job. All right, so that's it for